Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to episode 11 of the Extra Time FC podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the Champions League semifinals, both of them. First and foremost, obviously talking about the PSG Bayern, arguably one of the greatest games that football has ever seen, as well as talking about the snooze fest, the generational 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼𝘇 derby that we saw on the following Wednesday between Arsenal, Mickey Mouse FC, and Atletico Madrid. But let's start off with our boys, le Paris Saint-Germain, le grand méchant Paris Saint-Germain.
I'm going to keep this simple. That is for when I started watching in 2014, that is the best Champions League game I've ever seen. That is the best Champions League game I've ever seen. Better than any 2019 game. You know what? I'm sorry. It's better than the World Cup final.
That's not crazy to say.
It's better than the
That's
World
not crazy
Cup
to
final.
say. That's not crazy to say.
I think
that's
the
not
World
crazy
Cup
to
final,
say.
obviously great game, but I think the magnitude of that game overrates it a little bit. Like if that was a round of 16 game, I don't think it would be highlighted as high.
I think in terms, I agree with you. I think in terms of like the quality from the first minute to the 90th minute, the quality of the players, the quality of the teams, the occasion as well. Like it's not like, of course, the World Cup final, that's the pinnacle of football, but this was a Champions League semi-final at the Parc des Princes between two juggernauts of European football, and both teams delivered. I think that's for me one of the big things.
Ballon d'Or candidates too. Olise,
exactly.
Kane, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, Vitinha. Like you're talking about the best players in the world on the same pitch. The defending was a little trash at times, but I think it was just some great attacking. Except for the last two goals except for the third goal for Bayern, we could have defended that better. That set piece. Pacho doesn't even jump for the ball. And the Diaz goal, I think Marquinhos could have like jumped up and tried to head the ball or something, bro. He kind of ran, but it was a great goal.
It's tough. He was on a yellow. I give him some grace, but
yeah.
I mean, that fake from Diaz.
I will say the Olise goal, nobody stepped, bro. They were just watching. They were spectating.
True.
They were spectating. The Kane goal.
What, the penalty?
I'm not going to lie. Diaz runs into Pacho, bro.
I mean, I think so. I agree. So I think
I agree.
When I saw it on like real speed, first and foremost, I thought Pacho got the ball. I'm like, this is not a penalty. Then I saw the replay initially. I'm like, okay, yeah, in fairness, that's a pen. But then after the game, I started hearing other people go and say, wait, hold on a minute. Like if you actually go and you watch it, you slow it down. It's Diaz who initiates contact with Pacho. Like if anything, you could argue that Pacho is fouled by Diaz. He's the one who puts his foot out, and
Diaz
like, rightfully so.
Should be booked for diving.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. Booked for diving. There is contact, but he's the one who initiates it. The thing is, though, what I would rebut with saying that is, remember, Kvaratskhelia had a very similar thing where he tries to shoot it, but basically, Upamecano gets his foot ahead of him, and he basically strikes his foot, and nothing's called. Likewise, for me, that's not a penalty. Like, Upamecano just put his foot there, and Kvaratskhelia just swung and missed and hit his foot. But likewise, though, Pacho, if it's not for Diaz basically putting his foot there, right? He's getting to the ball first. No fouls, no nothing, play on. But Diaz initiates contact, goes, wins the foul, wins the penalty. It's given as a penalty. Well, then likewise, though, if you're going to go and say that's a pen, then you also have to go and give the Kvaratskhelia one as a pen as well. So, I mean, listen, I guess you could then argue also. I mean, that's the one thing is that they got given that penalty. You can go and say soft, and then we got given, if you want to go and say, a pretty soft one as well with the Dembele one. So you could argue that they both cancel each other out.
Yeah, I'd agree. And even on the second one, like, yeah, it's not a pen, but to some anyway. But I think Davies makes himself guilty because your hands were already behind your back. Yeah. Once you take it out, for me, as soft as it is, it's like the evidence is there,
Yeah, and I think it's just consistent with how, like, I think for the sake of football, like the football enthusiast, the football purist in me says that's not a pen. But if you go and you look at how pens have been given throughout the Champions League in the last like 2 or 3 years, it's a pen. There's not really much room for debate there.
No, I agree. I'm just really, in terms of overall score of the game, like I said, yeah, those two penalties were soft, yeah, but 5-4 shouldn't have been the end score. Like, we were talking about the Marquinhos defending, against Luis Diaz. I will give him grace, obviously, because he was on a yellow. There's like only so much you can do in a game like that. If we go down to 10 men, GG, bro. So, like, especially in a game like that. So I give it to him. It makes sense. I don't know. I thought Marquinhos, when I saw the replay, I thought Marquinhos could have played a tiny bit higher. Why are you trying to track the run? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you watch the replay, Luis Diaz started sprinting before Marquinhos. Marquinhos, I guess in the moment of the game, like, he wasn't thinking, but if he, like, really stopped, Luis Diaz was gone. Like, Marquinhos was the last defender.
Yeah, he
You know
would
what
have
I
been
mean?
offside.
So
It was
he would have been
it
completely
was
offside.
super tight. but
So
Diaz was
close.
on.
So, but
I think it was like
nonetheless,
I
I
think it was
won't.
like his kneecap that kept him on, or like no, it was just like toe, right?
Something like that, but I'll give it to Luis Diaz. It was a good goal, nonetheless, but it shouldn't have been 5-4. But that game in general, what a game! It was incredible. It was so amazing that
No,
our
it was
team,
incredible to neutral, and it was an incredible game in general. But if you're a PS, you're a Bayern fan, bro. I think you're. I think,
I was gonna say.
I think the heart rate was very unhealthy. Those 7 minutes that we were up 5-2. I think it's the happiest.
No,
I've been in years, bro. Like,
I was gonna. Yeah, genuinely. I was like, yeah,
I'm like, are we gonna smoke Bayern? Is this what's gonna happen? That's
No,
what
I wasn't
thinking.
saying
Yeah.
that. I wasn't saying
No,
that.
I'm like, dude, I was thinking to myself because I'm like, are we gonna score another?
I was
Were we
not.
gonna
I was
make
not
it
that
6-2?
confident. No, I said when we went to up 5-2, I said let's stay focused. The job's not finished. If there's one team that can come back from being 3 down, it's Bayern. And lo and behold, they go and they score. So I was not. I was like, obviously, I thought like if we go and get another one, surely at that point the tie is over. But I was also thinking like at that point there's already 7 goals in the game. It was inevitable that teams would, one of the teams would score again, and it was just so unfortunate that would be Bayern. And then they got one, they got another. And they reduced the deficit to only within 1. So, I mean, if you want to go and spin that into a positive, you could argue that it means that the game plan going into Munich is the same that you had today. That like it's not like you're going into with a 3-0 lead and you're gonna go just basically try to defend it the entire game. As your mentality, you're gonna basically go and say it's a 1-goal
like
game.
we did against Liverpool. I would say in the
Yeah.
second half, bro, we were just defending, and then we got that counter attack and scored.
Yeah. But I guess this time around you won't be able to do that. And also for Bayern, it also means that like there's not like obviously they're down a goal, so they're gonna need to score, but there's not gonna be the pressure for them to score like immediately either.
Yeah,
Right?
like you
So
could
they
say
can
that
sort of-
Chelsea, they needed to score instantly and then Kvara instantly. But I will say, I think in Champions League, that is the worst I've seen that back four perform as a collective.
What the PSG one?
Yeah. Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, Pacho, Marquinhos were all poor defensively. None of them were good defensively.
I don't know.
Only
I
good
mean,
moment was that Pacho header off the line from Kimmich. The rest of it was shit.
It's tough. I don't
Nuno
think
Mendes
they
was
were
not
that
good.
bad, to be
Hakimi's
honest.
defense was covered by him doing good going forward. Marquinhos was shit. None of that as a collective back four. I'm not saying individually, but for the 2 seasons they've been together, as like them all on the pitch, that's the worst I've seen them perform in the Champions League. Like as a collective back four.
Yo.
No,
Maybe
I
the
think
worst performance.
No,
I mean, you can go back to some of the performances earlier on. Hold on, didn't they all play against Rennes? No, I think
I said in
Zabarni
the
was there
Champions
instead.
League, in the Champions League.
In the Champions League.
Monaco first leg.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
that
God.
was 10 times worse. Are you crazy? That was 10 times worse.
Monaco's first leg was
That was
awful.
disgusting, bro.
That was
disgusting. That was disgusting.
Owen, did you
Poor
watch the
marking
game?
all
Did you
around.
watch
Bro,
the
that
game?
was
live streaming the
That was
game.
horrible.
Yes.
No, Monaco was worse. Monaco was
You might have
way
been just
worse.
watching
No,
the chat.
no,
bro.
no.
Because that game, bro.
Heck, Monaco's second leg too, if I'm not mistaken.
Literally, bro, both
Monaco
games.
It was
worse.
very bad.
Three.
Why are we lying?
low, bro.
Why are we lying?
Hold on, Owen. At least against Bayern, you could say you conceded to Bayern, right?
Yes,
like even if you go,
Okay,
one of
but
them
if
was
you
a
really
penalty.
If you think about it, all the goals, yeah. Pacho doesn't need to make that tackle, really. The Olise one.
For the first one.
I mean, I thought he could have just.
That would have been a
stepped on
game.
more.
That would
So,
have been a goal
so what are you
saving
gonna
tackle.
say? He just stands there and lets Diaz
No,
shoot.
he runs at him. He runs out.
What?
He doesn't have to tackle.
You
You,
did-
No.
you need to see the action again,
I might have.
Oh
to.
my
Okay,
God.
hold on.
Yeah.
bro.
The second
Go
goal-
back and watch the
second
game.
The second goal is very lazy defending. It is very lazy defending. And Junior, you can back me on this because during your live stream, you were like, step, step, step. You were like yelling at them to step during that second goal. It was very lazy defending.
Yeah.
The third one, Pacho doesn't even jump for it. He literally just stands there, watches it go over his head. The fourth goal, I mean, Marquinhos kind of keeps him on side, but it was a great goal by Diaz. But like, I thought the overall, the Monaco one, I don't think it was as bad, bro.
Are
No,
you crazy?
Monaco was worse. Because
Monaco,
first and
I couldn't
foremost, like
believe
the
it.
spaces you left them in, and also like I think the third goal that Bayern scored, like I think number one, I think it's a great ball by Kimmich. It's that ball that you put in. It's basically if nobody touches it, it arguably goes in. Upamecano gets the deftest of touches on it, and it's also close in terms of the off. Like, as in, obviously we should be defending that better and whatnot. But then you could go and likewise go and say like, people will go and say, oh, the João Neves goal, but it was just yes, Musial doesn't track the run, but it's also a great header in the end. It's a great header by Upamecano, and he goes and beats him. Like, it's annoying, yes. But it's not like, for example, the second goal that Luis Diaz scored in the league phase, where like Marquinhos just has a bozo moment and gives him the ball, right? The game against Monaco, it's just lazy defending, fugazi stuff. We defended like, are you forgetting? Against Monaco, we nearly drew that game, and we would have gone to extra time. We were both Monaco legs were a bit worse, both of them.
I can't believe, Owen, you're saying
I can't
that
believe you're going insane.
I can't believe bro, we were losing in like the first 10 minutes, bro. What are we
We're losing 2-0 within the first couple minutes.
Bro,
Very
like,
bad.
bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and we Olise, Kane, and Luis Diaz want smoke, bro. So it's like, come on, bro. There's like only so much you can do. When we were up 5-2, I was not confident still, bro. Like I was happy as hell. Like, don't get twisted. When I saw 5, like I literally couldn't believe it. I put it in the chat. I couldn't believe it, bro. But the thing is, like, bro, like we're still versus Bayern Munich, bro. Like,
Bro, like
Monaco
like
game?
I was celebrating, but I was genuinely like, "What the hell is going on?" Like I couldn't believe my eyes.
Nah,
When
but
I'll
Reece
tell
Lund-
you what, when Bayern went up 1-0, I'm like, "No, please don't let this be like the group stage. Don't let this be where Bayern dominates us." I was like, "Please." And when Olise had that 1-on-1 chance with Safanov, I was like, "No."
Yeah, that I agree. with that.
Yeah,
When
that one
Safanov,
killed.
That's a
when
huge
Safanov like
stand.
saved that, Marquinhos cleared off the line, bro. I was like, I was thanking the God. I was thanking God, bro. I was like,
Now, for me, there was that. There was also the Dembele miss. Yeah. Because it was, I think,
you gotta see
Dembele
the
missed.
clip. I took
And
off,
then
I took
afterwards-
off my headset and I just like ran my hands through my hair. I didn't know what the hell happened, bro.
I was just left speechless. I couldn't even muster up, the
Hey,
courage
but
to
he
go and
made
start
it up. He made
screaming.
it up with that good penalty, the assist,
did.
and that good goal against Neuer.
Due scored
not-
missed a couple. Due, do you remember that chance where he was
no,
Word.
no.
basically?
The
Yeah.
one where he cuts
Right before the
inside.
corner.
The one where he cuts inside right before the John Neves header. Todd gets the slightest of touches on that.
Yeah, no, I know
And then
that,
the
but I'm
one
That's not
talking
where
that
about
one.
Hakimi was running to the
one-
right of him. That's a tough shot.
Nah, bro. Do
No, he
it
should
right.
be doing-
Nah,
he
no,
should be
he
doing
should
better.
hit it on target.
If
He
you-
scored it against
if you
Snow,
know-
or
if you
Angers.
Yes,
truly-
bro.
If you truly underanalyze it, bro, that's a tough. That's a way.
That's
especially
not a
against,
no.
Especially against Neuer, that's a
No,
really
we're not.
tough
No,
shot.
No,
no. Forget about that. Forget about that. Get it on target, bro.
Yeah, get it on
Put your
target.
laces through it on that angle. I'm an attacker, bro. On that angle, bro. Put your laces through it, bro. Don't try and
Yeah.
place it, be cute. That's a tough angle to be cute from, bro. Hit the ball. You go.
I mean, I think he tried to place it. He just missed it. He just
Yeah.
missed the
What are
net.
your-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What are
bro.
y'all's
Like,
What are y'all's thoughts on Safanov's performance? Because I saw a lot of people going after him on Twitter, and I actually don't think he played that bad. None of the goals.
He was
really
better
up-
than Neuer.
No, yeah, for sure. None
Yeah,
of the goals.
10
The
If you
bar-
think about,
the bar is
the
low.
goals, he couldn't do anything. The Kane
You
takes
mean, you could
penalty-
argue, maybe you could argue.
No. The Kane penalties, bro. He's so weird.
No, I'm not.
Elise-
Nothing to do with the
Elise-
Kane. The Elise
Elise.
one. It's shot like. I mean, listen, it's shot
He
with a
could
lot of
attack
venom and
this next
whatnot,
one, yeah.
but it's shot like basically straight down the middle. You could argue you should be doing better there.
Yeah, but
But-
like the third
Andy
and
got a
fourth goal,
touch.
nothing he can
Andy
do.
did get a touch.
Yeah.
But overall, like coming off his line, I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Really good, honestly. So I think it was like I
He
still
stopped
think
like an Olise cross early.
yeah,
It
his
would give you some
distribution
confidence
is
in
not
him.
gr- his distribution's poor though. His
It's
distribution
so
is
bad.
poor.
But
think-
it is what it is.
I think
like-
we signed. I think we have to sign because 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄 is gonna leave in the summer. I think we should. I don't know who we like. Mynan is the most realistic option in my opinion.
Who?
Mynan.
Man, young, bro.
Mignon.
Mhm.
My Nan, bro. Damn. Yeah, fair enough, bro.
All right, the
Mike
AC
Mignon, yeah,
Milan
you were
keeper.
saying. Mm-hmm.
Mignon, bro. Is that how I say it? Mignon.
Yeah.
All right, Mike
As in,
Mignon, bro.
I think he's either close to his like contract expiring. Hold on, let me have a look, because
I mean, what's keeping him at AC Milan, bro?
well,
What
initially because
goalkeeper-
Chelsea
what
were interested in
goalkeeper wants
him.
to sit through a Allegri ball, bro?
Yo, I'm watching the Lise go back, bro. If Stefanov genuinely didn't try and guess where he was going, bro, he's saving that. That's crazy.
But the thing is, one thing I will also say, and I mentioned this when I was on the Internet podcast, is with regards to Neuer. I thought that he also, like, when you look at it, he tries to anticipate a lot the shot to the back post. So I'll go take it back. Not this game, but remember when we played them in the Club World Cup? Bradley Barcola had went through, was 1-on-1, and he tried to go far post, and he saved it. Yeah, but that was because he anticipated it. And you go and you look at it, every single time we beat him, with the exception of, I'd go and say the Dembele when we scored the Club World Cup, Doué's goal in that game, he went near post, caught him flat-footed. The game today, Dembele, his goal, catches him flat-footed. The Kvara second goal.
I will say the thing about the Kvara goal, I think because Kvara does go far post a lot, but I think he trusted Stanisic to block it. Because Stanisic was like right there. And like if you watch the replay, bro, like Stanisic's leg is here. The ball like just goes past him. So I think it was more of the fact that Stanisic was right there. Stanisic is
No, but no,
trash, bro.
I'm talking about the second Kvara goal. If you go and you look at it,
the
he
second
dives
Kvara
early.
goal. Yeah, he dives, but Stanisic is there to block it.
But I mean, I also think he just anticipates that Kvara's going to go to the far post.
Yeah, but Kvara opens up his body, so it's kind of the right thing.
No, but I think the point I was making is that Neuer tends to do that a lot. Like, even if you go and you look in that game as well, perhaps it was also specifically with regards to Dembele, when he went on initially and he opened up, I think Neuer then thinks that he's going to go for the same thing again in that second time. And that's where Dembele was really clever, and he does the Mbappe finish where he shoots through Upamecano's legs and shoots it near post.
Yeah, you know what?
So,
Wait, continue real quick.
no, I was just going on to say that I think Neuer has this thing where he likes to anticipate shots quite a lot.
Yeah,
and so
I agree.
in that aspect, you're able to go and catch him out. So I think it's going to be something that, I mean, we'll see if he tries to rectify it and whatnot. But in a similar way to, I remember specifically,
Well, you know,
I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, you know what? The last time we were at the Allianz, not in 2023, 2021, if you remember, Kylian's first goal, it's like straight at him, but Neuer dives this way, goes through his legs. The second goal, I mean, Mbappe's literally mastered the shot. He goes one-on-one with Boateng. He like fakes shots twice, and he just cuts it at the near post. Neuer just stands there. So I think it is something Neuer does a lot, but it's not like, I don't think Neuer's going to switch it up. This isn't like a first-time thing. This has been done for years. So I think PSG, like, if we just finish our... I'm backing... Honestly, bro, I think Zaire Emery's going to have a generational performance on the right side, bro. I think Zaire Emery's going to have a great performance.
I think it's going to be really interesting. I was meaning to ask, how do you guys feel with, obviously, our soldier, Achraf Hakimi? He's obviously out.
Well, he'd be back in time for the Champions League final. It's come out.
If we were...
Yeah. So,
that's good.
Obviously, we're going to miss him going forward. But I did notice during the game, the issue I have with, like, obviously, look, we're not going to change it because Hakimi and Nuno Mendes are the best fullbacks in the world, right? But I feel like, so what Luis Enrique does, right, is if one of the fullbacks goes up, the other fullback sends it back because we play a 3-back, like a rest defense. But if both the fullbacks go up, one of the midfielders drops back for that, like, 3-back rest defense. But there are way too many times where there's moments like we get caught. And, bro, sometimes Hakimi and Nuno Mendes are jogging back. I'm like, yo, if you're going to go up, sprint back. And I think the thing about Zaire Emery, he doesn't tend to go up as super highly as Hakimi when he's playing fullback. So I think that will be better for Nuno Mendes, one, because I trust if Stanisic starts on the right, Nuno Mendes is gonna cook him left and right. And I don't think Davies has the physical ability right now because he's obviously dealing with a lot of injuries coming back. So he won't be able to play the full 90. So let's say if Davies and Limer starts, Limer tends to play right back. if Davies starts. But if Stanisic comes on, Stanisic tends to play right back, and Leinberg goes to left back. So I think Nuno, and I think he's going to start Stanisic again anyways. If Stanisic starts, bro, Nuno Mendes and Kvara are going to do, like, untelevised things to him, bro. So I think Zaire Emery, I think the one benefit of Zaire Emery being on the pitch is that the fact that he will be more defensively, so that will leave one space for Nuno Mendes and leave the counter-attacking options not as high for Bayern.
I agree with that. I can see what you're saying. Warren, he's definitely gonna be more defensive, and I like that, especially against Bayern. But I will say, in terms of like Nuno and Ashraf, like sometimes jogging back, it's about stamina as well. Like you saw at the end of that game, bro, they were finessed. Like they
were
were
gassed.
done. Like it was like they couldn't breathe, bro. And so it's like, yeah, when you're pushing so high up every time, to sprint back every time, that's kind of like a lot to ask. And I mean, yeah, like we play with the high line, and it's like our two center backs know that, our midfielders know that. You know what I mean? So we do most of the time we at least have cover from our midfielders. Like João Neves will come back most of the time, and Hakimi's position, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. In Hakimi's position, sometimes like he'll get back and stuff like that. So I don't know. For this next game, Warren playing right back, I do trust him. Like, don't get twisted. I do trust him. But the smoke Bayern were giving us at the Parc des Princes, I don't know.
It might be long. It might be a long
day.
day.
That's stressful 90 minutes of our life. And I think we're literally going to rest everyone against Lorient, because I saw a thing today. Luis Enrique was training with these young players. Arthur, I'm not even going to try to say this. Vig something.
But it's a lot of academy players, right?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of academy.
A 2008, a 2007, 2006, 2008, 2007, 2008.
Yo, is Elijah Lee there? Is Elijah Lee there?
Not
Probably.
what I'm. So. Okay, I'm gonna show. So Arthur Vig something goalkeeper. Dimitri Lucia center back.
You can just say the first name.
Thomas left winger. Eamon midfielder. Ryan like the same thing. Ryan El Ney midfielder. Pierre. Oh my God, this is gonna be oh my God, it's like look how much last name there is, bro. It's hard.
Oh, I know who that is. It's the number 9. The number 9 for the.
Yeah, and Ibrahim Mbaye is probably gonna play. If John too, if he's healthy, I'm guessing Renato Marin's gonna start. We're literally gonna play like our. I want no starters playing, nobody, because I think even if we lose or draw, we'll still be able to win.
Nah, I think
it's Lorient at home, bro.
The thing is, I don't know, like substitutions on both sides. I was gonna ask you guys, they couldn't match the tempo of that game, bro. That first, like
once
if
Zaire
you saw,
got subbed off, bro.
Fabian came out.
Not even just us, bro. Even Bayern subs, bro. Them taking out Musiala and stuff like that. No subs that came into that game.
Musiala was poor though. I think Musiala.
I mean, no. I thought Mayulu was alright. Mayulu was okay.
Mayulu was the only one. Mayulu
was the. I mean, Musiala was the worst attacking player on the pitch.
And Mayulu had that shot at the end that hit the post. Imagine that goes in. Imagine that goes in, man.
You know what? I'm gonna say it now, right? Zaire me at right back. Mayulu at left center mid.
I have heard a lot of people go and suggest that.
Okay.
I guess you can say.
In a hypothetical scenario, real quick, if Lucas Brauda were to start at left center mid, how would you feel?
No, Lucas
Brauda.
You get excited over 2 games that you played.
You'll be dispossessed 25 times.
That's why I said hypothetical.
No, get that.
Okay, how would you feel about Mayulu over Fabian though? How would we feel about that?
That's fine, but because Fabian's just coming back, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's okay. Like if I saw that on match day, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, we're cooked. You know what I mean? Because we also still have Fabian on the bench. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like he's completely just out of the game. Yeah.
On top of that, Mayulu has big game experience already. Like he's played against Barca.
He's played against Inter, played in those big games.
Yeah,
played well against Barca too at the false 9, I believe.
Yeah.
I hope we. Hope we never get rid of Mayulu, bro. Generational talent, bro.
Hopefully, you need to sign that contract.
Yeah.
You sign that
What was
contract.
I gonna say? I've heard things about 𝙎𝘖𝘾𝙄𝘼 and Barkle on the right. How would that make you guys feel?
Nah, too much for me.
I mean, the thing is, I think Dewey could do a shift there, but I think we haven't seen it. We've not used it.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
experiment with it.
You obviously watch the French national team when you can, Junior. Has he played Chem for the French national team at all?
Nah.
It's Cherokee or Elise, maybe, like most of the time.
Yeah.
Cherokee, Elise typically. Yeah, Cherokee or Elise.
On top of that, I think with having like, you want to have someone on the bench you can go to.
Yeah.
You put Barkla in the starting 11, we lose that edge a bit. Yeah. If this game goes, the full 120, you want Barkla off the bench.
Facts, bro.
Barkla,
just pace and speed and strength, bro. That's all you
want.
Need.
Lee as well, bro. You want Lee as well. Lee is so underrated.
Ramos, if we go to Pens, let me make sure he gets on there.
I'll back Ramos.
Ramos,
yeah. Ramos in pen shootouts. Ramos in pen shootouts.
In pen shootouts, he's good.
When I saw Dembele pick up the ball,
trust if we go to pen shootouts, I trust us to win.
When I saw Dembele pick up the ball to take
I was nervous, bro. I was nervous.
Bro, I
thought I was going over the bar. I had no trust.
When I saw Kvara taking, I was like,
okay.
No, because Kvara, I was like, please give it to Nuno. I was praying we gave it to Nuno, bro. Nuno's our best pen taker, so.
He's not taking. I think also
he's made
the sample
pen I've ever seen him take for PSG.
True, but that's what 4 pens total.
Bro, the pens are unsavable though. Even for Portugal, they're unsavable pens.
Yeah, he's a good penalty taker.
The one against Spain, the one against France in the Euros.
Yeah, no, he's a good. He strikes them well. It's just. Listen,
they're always the same too.
I thought if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The thing is, we haven't really had one. He's only taken 1 pen for PSG outside of a penalty shootout. I thought the thing for me, I was scared for that penalty, low key. I'll be honest.
It was a good pen though. It was a good.
No, it was a very good pen. It was a strong pen.
When Neuer dived the right way, I was like, no, and he scored it. I was like, thank God, bro. Thank God. That would have been a heartbreaker if you missed.
I need Bradley to come off the bench to the second leg and just kill things, bro.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't like how he came in last game.
Yeah, he came in so
could
have
affected the game more. You know,
bro. Like I said, there was 3 players on that pitch that came on as subs. They couldn't match the tempo, bro. It was such a high level game. Even coming at the fact that it was that high of a level game, they can come on in the 70th minute and not make an impact. And because the level's too high, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and I saw Renato Mara, by the way, will start tomorrow. So I saw this from Paris No Limit. PSG's likely lineup for Lorient. Renato's Marin, 𝙎𝘖𝘾𝙄𝘼, Hernandez, Pacha, Mayulu, Rees, Beraldo, Barkle, and Bai.
There's no need to start Warren. Let's take Warren.
I think Warren's to get him. No, I think the Warren one is to get him used to playing back there again.
Yeah, because he needs to start the game plan.
It's a good thing, right? Because when you start playing defense, you gotta make sure you hold the line and all that.
Don't start Pacho though.
Yeah, but maybe they want to build chemistry a little bit.
He's a center back.
Okay, still don't start Pacho though.
Because then who are you replacing? Who else is playing?
Sabarni.
Who's the center back pairing? They said.
He's Zabarni Hernandez, no?
Yeah, all it says is PSG's likely Renato Marin, 𝙎𝘖𝘾𝙄𝘼, Hernandez, Pacha, Mayulu, Rees, Beraldo, Dro, Barcola, Lee, and Bai. That's all it says. It doesn't say where.
I don't know. I've seen Nuno and Hakimi run way much
for the game. Zabarni and Ramos are suspended.
Yeah, he's got yellow cards.
I was saying, I've seen Hakimi and Nuno run 10 times more than they have than the last game. Why were they dying like that?
No, I think it's the intensity, how often the intensity of the runs.
The
thing is, Nuno's also not been.
I want David Boley to play the right back from the academy. I want him.
What were you saying, Junior?
No, I was just saying how with Nuno, if I'm not mistaken, he hadn't played since the Liverpool game, or he gotten very limited minutes after coming back. So there's fitness as well.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that's true. That's
and then
true.
for Hakeem, I think it's just like the intensity of the runs, like
The amount
running
of
so
football he's
much.
played too is ridiculous, bro. When he plays
Yeah.
at such a high pace,
Yeah.
like
He's so,
no.
yeah, like so demanding, bro.
He even
Like,
does it when he plays for Morocco. He even goes up high at the pitch if you watch those games. I mean, he played
oh
like
yeah, of course, bro.
once he could. He played every minute at AFCON when he was like available.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, like it makes sense. So makes sense.
What do you guys think of the whole, gimmick that's come across, all of the footballing sphere
Just
now
about
with
to
the whole,
ask. Yeah.
the only reason that these two teams are able to do so is that they play, farmers leagues, they play in the Bundesliga,
You know what's
Liga, or this,
funny?
that,
So
and the
you know what's
other.
funny? You know what's funny? I was on the end to end last night, and I brought up a point Junior made, and this is the issue I have with people who don't watch League One. It's always who watches League One, right? And then it gets to the point where you say people think this is what people think. PSG have a team that plays in the UCL, a team that plays in League One. If you actually watch League One, which you don't, you know what I mean? You don't because you criticize it for some odd reason. League One is better than the Bundesliga, by the way. PSG against like top half teams, like the big teams like Lyon, Lille, Monaco, Lens, Marseille. All the big games we really need to win. We play our top teams. Yeah, when we play Mets, when we play these bottom low teams, obviously we're going to rotate our squad. That's what you have depth for. You sign backup players for a reason, for rotational. Because if you don't rotate those players, the players are going to leave the club. So that's why you rotate them. It's the smart thing to do. We have a smart coach. You know what I mean? We're the best manager in the world. So we know how to manage our team. It's not we get these advantages because we play in the Farmers League. You know what? So I don't understand. We're in a top 5 league. You know what I mean? If we play in the Portuguese league, all right, whatever. We play in a top 4 league. How is this? I can understand the whole delay, like when we postpone games, sure, whatever. But the whole we have an advantage because the league is weaker is stupid, bro.
So what would you say when they go and say, for example, they'll use the gimmick of, Dembele's only played 930
Well, I
league
mean,
minutes.
Yamal had 9 league goals last season. He got Ballon d'Or shouts. So I don't know what the point is.
No, but as in more so specifically, they're talking about how Dembele's only played 930 minutes, like league games,
Well, he's been
and
injured.
Kvara's. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Kvara,
I think that's
mean,
one of.
if Kvara's numbers are poor, Yamal had poor numbers in the league last year. Got 2 and got second place in the Ballon d'Or. So what's your point, huh? Ike fue.
I think it's just people. It's just cognitive dissonance. I think they just can't accept that, because I remember the same gimmick was played last year when PSG played Liverpool, and PSG had a lot of minutes, under their belt. A lot of players had a lot of minutes. It's like, but would PSG be able to do this in the Premier League, with the intensity, so on and so forth? One thing that people don't talk about is the fact that PSG is probably one of the clubs that play the most games in the last 2 years and most minutes overall. You go and you look, PSG basically, again, got 10 days rest between playing the Club World Cup final and starting their season again in the UEFA Super Cup final against Spurs. People don't talk about that. I think the crazy stat was that Bradley Barcola, I think it was when we played Chelsea, either the return leg or the first leg. I think it was something that, like, since the beginning of last season, so 2024, 2025, Barcola had played like over 100 games, all like club and country combined. So this guy's like basically been playing football nonstop, and people just don't want to take that into consideration. And again, PSG, just to list off some of the players that have been injured this season: Dembele's been injured, Doué's been injured, Kvara's been injured, João Neves has been injured, Vitinha's been injured, Fabian has been injured, Hakimi's been injured, Nuno's been injured. That's like basically most of your squad that's been injured at one point or not during the season. Safno's been injured as well. If you want to go into Chevalier's been injured as well. So all these players that you go and say, look at the
injured for he can't play tomorrow.
So yeah, all these players that you say, they played so few league minutes and whatnot, they've all been injured this season. And again, this is where I go back and I say, like, this is why I like it that we've got this everything now in the digital age. It's all recorded. When PSG was getting knocked out to Chelsea in 2014, when PSG was getting knocked out to City in 2016, to United in 2019, to City again in 2021, what was the excuse that especially the English media was saying? PSG, they play in a weak league. They're not used to the intensity of Champions League football. They have a really good team, but when ultimately, on a Tuesday and Wednesday, when the floodlights are on and whatnot, they can't raise their level to that. All of a sudden now, gang, I hear that going and playing in Ligue 1 is the best thing they could ever have. So which is it? As we say in French, tu ne
Exactly.
peux pas avoir le beurre et l'argent du beurre. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You can't, on the one hand, say that no, playing in Ligue 1 is the worst thing ever. You never actually tested, and all of a sudden, no, now actually playing mats and whatnot is the best thing you could ever ask for because you get to like rest your players, kick back on the beach, go down to the Marseille, have a little kickabout, and then go back and play the Champions League games. Like I really don't understand it.
That man, yeah, that's such an incredible point you put, bro. Literally yesterday, I was talking to all my friends, and we were having the discussion about League One. They were bringing up minutes in the Prem. Average Prem team plays 24,000 minutes compared to Paris's. I forgot how many. Blah blah. They were talking. It was a 3v1, bro, and it was like, and bro, what you just brought up, Junior. Everything's recorded now.
Exactly.
We're not using sticks and stones to write stuff down, bro. Like everything's recorded. You can see. I remember the intensity of the Prem, even La Liga teams. Oh, you can't go against them. You play in the Farmers League. You're trash. Who are you? Blah blah blah. But now that we start winning, we start doing well. Oh yeah, man. I wish my team play in the Farmers League, man. Oh yeah, we will win everything. Oh, one thing my friend said: you're supposed to be winning. You should be winning every year. You should be winning the Champions League. I said,
There you go.
yo. I said
The agenda switch
wow.
is crazy.
I
Wow.
mean,
Crazy.
PSG, bro. It's either Champions League or bust.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people. That's why, honestly, that's why I have a lot of respect for Bayern because I think that we're sort of in a similar boat in that respect. And even going back, people love to go and say that, PSG is able to rotate their players, so on and so forth. You can't do that in other leagues, so on and so forth. First and foremost, like Barcelona have rotated their squads, and they will go and say, and rebut, but when we rotated our squads, we won, we lost, to Sevilla and so on and so forth. And I'll go and say, okay, when PSG have rotated their squads, we've lost games as well. Heck, we've played our strongest squads and whatnot and lost, got smacked around by Rennes. So it's just that I think, just generally speaking, PSG have not been nearly as good as they should be in Ligue 1. And hold on, our Barca 9 points clear? This so-called, we're tested, competitiveness, this gimmick, so on and so forth. You guys are 9 points clear, right? And again, specifically with Barca, PSG on October 1st, 2025. We went up, rolled up to the Stade Montjuic with our youth league team. No Dembele, no Kvara, no Doué, no João Neves, no Marquinhos. Right? 5 players that started in the Champions League final. They want to come up with the excuse, we didn't have so. Those players were on the bench. The only notable players you can go and say for Barca, you could say is what? They didn't have Rafinha, who was definitely out, and they didn't have João Garcia. But PSG, again, had 5 players who started in a Champions League final. The so-called best player in the world, junior.nkanabassi, he was there. All of a sudden afterwards, obviously, because, the agendas and whatnot, Pubalgia, it doesn't count, so on and so forth. The so-called best midfielder in the world was there. What happened? 70th minute, I had to get hooked.
The best midfielder duo in the world of De Jong, Pedri. And by the way, you want to know who came on in that game? You want to know who came on? And John 2. Who 3 days prior when we played Auxerre made his debut that day.
Exactly.
And
so
Matthias
Jean-Jacques, he made his debut previously as well.
I'd butcher that name, so I was gonna say Jangel.
But to go and show that
I was gonna
PSG,
say Jangel, bro.
But to go and show that this season, PSG basically with their youth league team went to what many people, even though Barca have gotten eliminated, went away to Barcelona with a weaker team and still outplayed them. So maybe it's just that the conclusion is PSG is actually a pretty decent team. And this whole gimmick of minutes, so on and so forth doesn't count. Because then I'll go and rebut, we'll go and say, okay, show me how many games you've played since last season. Try going and playing an entire club World Cup. Because I remember specifically with all the Premtards and whatnot, specifically the Arsenal fans, right? What were they going? And the Barca fans. When we were going and saying, but we're in the Club World Cup, so on and so forth, they're like, we don't want to be in that Fugazi preseason tournament. And in fact, we're going to be able to rest all their players and whatnot. We'll be better equipped for this season. And those are the very same clubs that here we go now saying, fatigue this, fatigue that. And specifically to Arsenal, when they were going and getting, Norgard, they were getting Eze, they were getting this, Madueke, so on and so forth. They were saying, we've got the best squad depth in the world. Our second team could win the Premier League. Ike fue gang. Here we are in April, May. What's going on? Stop this gimmick, bro. Stop this gimmick.
Bro, these Arsenal fans are worried about a game versus Fulham. What did you buy all these players for?
Exactly. This is
for Fulham, for your Brentfords, for your Evertons,
honestly, bro, what does Victor Gyökeres do better than me besides power? Like, honestly, bro, Victor Gyökeres is one of the worst players I've ever seen in my life, dude. There's genuinely no way Victor Gyökeres, that is the same Victor Gyökeres that scored 50 goals for Sporting, bro.
Bro, most of his goals came against teams that were below top 10.
Still,
bro.
bro,
Did you
50
not
goals-
see that, bro?
50 goals is 50
Bro,
goals.
Liga
You
Nos,
are
bro.
there,
I'm
man.
I'm not gonna. But bro, you know how many? All right. Listen, I'm not gonna even say anything, right? I'm not discrediting him. 50 goals is still 50 goals, period, bro. But I knew he was gonna struggle at Arsenal, bro. In the Prem, I knew he was gonna struggle. I saw his stats be like the day he got signed. I went to see his stats against the big league, bro.
Portuguese seeds.
Exactly, bro. When he did his thing against Man City, right? Who was he versing, bro? I forgot who Man City started that back line, but that was like
Rico
the worst
Lewis
back.
and-
And some bro. I was like, of course he's gonna kill them, bro. You know what I mean? He's full of confidence, blah blah blah. But like I said, I'm not gonna take away his achievements in Portugal because that's some crazy stats. He deserved the move, but I knew he wasn't gonna be this like he's not gonna just come in the Prem and then score like 34 goals, bro.
The back line, to your point, against Sporting, Ederson in goal, Vardiol as left back, Akanji as left center back, Simpson, Pussey.
Like bro,
And then
bro.
Rico Lewis as the right back, Kovacic as the single pivot. This is a 4-1-4-1 formation, by the way. Nunes all the way on the left, Silva, Foden as like the two center mids, Savinho on the right, Holland up top. So I mean,
you can't start Foden and expect to win.
Yeah, this is the full line.
Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, this is nonsense. But like I said, I'm not taking away his achievements. But I just want to say I knew that he wasn't gonna come in the Prem and score 50 goals and break all these records, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of the Arsenal game, then obviously, I don't know. Maybe for me, I think that because we saw obviously the spectacle, the jubilation, on the Tuesday. Obviously, I think everybody knew that we were getting ready, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually for what we the 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼𝑃. Like I remember somebody on my live stream, who else was doing it was Corral. He said he had a Bible near him, just to be able to go and pray over himself, for watching the sin that he was going to go and watch. But I think the game wasn't as bad, I think, as people made it out to be. But like, bro,
for sure.
Yeah.
The step down in quality, bro, and
big time.
Like the thing is, I would go and say Arsenal got like Atleti outplayed Arsenal. I would go and say, in fairness, you go and say that you look at the result. Yes, for Arsenal, you go and say it's a good result. You got to draw away from home in Champions League semi-final. But just to lift off some stats, Atletico Madrid, the kings of the 𝙎𝙊𝘾, had outpossessed Arsenal. Granted, it wasn't by much. It was 52 to 48. They had a higher XG, 2.21, more shots, 18 to 11, more shots on target, 4-2, more big chances created, 3-2. And even in the domain that Arsenal are experts in, winning corners, they still got outbeat. They had 6 corners to 1. So even in Arsenal's bread and butter, they got beat. Even XG from set plays and whatnot, all that was Atleti's. I think you go and you look again. I go and say this whole gimmick of, we have this best squad depth. Squad depth does not matter in October and November. Squad depth matters in April and May. And that's all I'll go and say. Like this whole gimmick, I think at this point, and I'd really like to know what your opinions on this is. I think maybe Luis Enrique has realized the method that the beginning of the season doesn't matter. I think maybe you guys can attest to it. PSG in the past, I remember we'd start seasons off really well. Specifically that Galtier year, 22-23, going into that World Cup. We're untouchable.
Bro.
We were untouchable. Generational play, even in the past other years and whatnot. But then, the thing is though, we'd peak then, and then we'd peter off afterwards. Whereas now you go and you look at it, if anything, maybe you could say the exception is this year because we started decently well in the Champions League. But even then, our league form wasn't good and whatnot. I think Luis Enrique, all 3 seasons, you could say he's struggled for PSG's relative standards early on in the season. But what we've done is that we peaked at the right time, which is when you need to in the round of 16 of the Champions League onwards. Whereas before, we'd peak earlier on and would be on the downhill basically going into the round of 16. And so that's ultimately because people go and say, the Dembele's, he's only turning up now. This, that, and the other. Guys, ultimately, Ballon d'Ors, trophies, all of these, they're won in March, April, and May. They're not won, in October, September, so on and so forth. The people go and saying now, because obviously there's been discussions now with, how good Kvara's been, how good Dembele's been. Are they in a potential Ballon d'Or conversation? And all these players are going and saying, here we go again. You can't only turning up from March onwards. You can't win the Ballon d'Or with that. I'll just go and remind people. Ronaldo Nazario, R9, Ronaldo El Fenomeno, won a Ballon d'Or in 2002, playing 17 league games total, and then playing the World Cup. But ultimately, he got the job done when it mattered, and he got a Ballon d'Or. So what are you going to go and say if Dembele goes and goes back-to-back Champions League, has I don't know how many G's got, goes and is an instrumental part to France, let's say going far, for example, in the World Cup. Explain to me how he doesn't win the Ballon d'Or. That's all I'll go and say.
There's no way he doesn't.
Because
At the end of the day, we all value players who show up in big games. Who cares if you don't show up versus Bayern in the league stage versus Atleti in the league stage? I remember some of those awful performances we had in the league stage, but you can even go back to when Mbappe was there, right? Mm-hmm. There was I think his last season here, he was on fire, right? That first half, right? Mm-hmm. And then Barca, he scored goals, but it wasn't great.
Well, he played good. He played really well against Real Sociedad.
Yeah,
you want him to show up, right? But if you don't show up,
that leg against
what's the point of all that early on?
Oh, those 2 legs against Dortmund.
I will say, for first half of the season, sick, bro. I'll be real, who cares? Bro, Gaultier is so, oh my God. I can't believe he trolled us into thinking. I had faith because the first half, bro, the way Neymar was playing, Mbappe versus Juventus,
dude, you know
both times,
you know what's funny? When we came back from the World Cup, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, Neymar just had a solid World Cup. Messi, Mbappe especially had a generational World Cup. I'm like, you know what? Bro, we're going to be so good. And we were so good.
We get smacked by Bayern Munich, bro.
I think for me, the telltale sign is we lost to Lens away. And it was like 2-0 or something.
Yeah, we lost to Monaco too.
We lost to that game too.
Drawing to Benfica. That was the first part. But...
Yeah, bro.
Nah, that Bayern Munich game.
Well, I mean, the second leg, you knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think at that point it was done.
But it goes to show you just got to get there. It's not about how well you get there, but as long as you're there, and then you got to turn up.
You just got to turn up at the right moment. So
yeah, that Vitinha.
That's the point.
Vitinha, you know what? When Vitinha stole the ball away from Sommer, I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna equalize, and fucking De Ligt clears off the line.
But bro, the second, I can't believe people are trying to judge. If it was their players, they wouldn't say this, bro. It's always against Paris Saint-Germain, bro.
Yeah. They were begging PSG players to show up at this time for a long time. Right? It's like, when it's Liga, you guys do this and that. Yeah. But when we're in the UCL knockouts, okay, well, all right, we're in the UCL knockouts. Now look at us. We're going blow for blow, looking every team straight in the eyes.
Exactly.
What is the problem now? What's the issue?
Exactly. And even going back to, the whole thing of all people complaining about, look at Kvara's league minutes, look at Dembele, look at Nuno's league minutes, so on and so forth. I'll go back and just respond tongue in cheek. Hold on. I thought this is supposed to be the Farmers League. Why do you care about what happens in the Farmers League? Because, I mean, basically for PSG, you only care about the Champions League anyways. So why are you even mentioning the Farmers League, right? That's why...
Don't mention our league, bro. What's the point? What's the literal point of mentioning our league? If you're going to sit here now and be like, oh, but it doesn't matter. It's a waste of time. Why would I watch it? Why would I do this? So why? You don't know the league. You don't know it. Why are you trying to speak about it? You watch it every single
They're not watching PSG Marseille. They're not watching PSG Lyon. They're not even watching a non-PSG Ligue 1 game. You tell them to watch, Marseille Toulouse.
Yeah.
Bro. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's so annoying. And you will bring that up and they will be like, oh, why would I watch that? Why are you speaking about it?
Exactly.
Why are you speaking about it?
Exactly. It never mattered. It's just they're just trying to use it against us.
They're pushing agendas. They're pushing agendas.
Exactly.
The hate on PSG. So you know what's funny? So I'm sure you guys have seen the Ollie from Threat 3. Kvaratskhelia has ruined his career by moving to PSG. I saw you saw that.
Yeah.
I actually saw Fabrizio Romano's tweet today of Kvara moving to PSG. The most liked thing is bro just ended his career at 23. Everybody is literally just hating on the transfer. And now, bro, you know what? That Kvara transfer, arguably one of the best winter transfers ever.
Arguably, probably the greatest. I'll go and say it.
We go back to back. It is. I don't care about Van Dijk. I don't care about whoever you pull up.
Give me the examples then. Well, Van Dijk. Well, maybe Suarez. No. Suarez did go over in the summer to Liverpool. I would say that was. How many other great generational winter transfer windows have there been?
Virgil van Dijk. I mean, Bruno Fernandes is a good transfer, but I wouldn't say as good as Kvara. Bruno Fernandes is Luis Suarez, Vidic, Patrice Evra, Marcelo, Aubameyang to Arsenal. Why do they have Kulusevski to Tottenham here? Coutinho to Liverpool. They don't have Kvara on here. What's going on?
Well, have any of them succeeded as quickly?
I mean, Marcelo didn't succeed as quickly. I would say Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United 2020. He was good from the get go.
Yeah, but has he been more impactful?
Van Dijk to Liverpool in 2018. I mean, Van Dijk arguably should have won the Ballon d'Or in 2019. So I would say he succeeded relatively quickly too. I mean, they got to the Champions League final that year. So I would say you could argue Van Dijk, maybe Marcelo over time, but not as quickly. Bruno Fernandes did succeed very quickly too.
Like I just think that I mean we've obviously we've talked about Dembele, Doué and all of that, but like in Vitinha as well, guys. Just for some perspective, Kvaratskhelia this season in the Champions League has 10 goals, 5 assists. For perspective, in his entire Champions League career, Eden Hazard has 10 goals and 15 assists. Is it crazy to say that already Kvaratskhelia is a better Champions League player than Hazard? By the way, he's got a Champions League as well.
Eden Hazard's one of the most overrated players ever, I think.
I agree. I think now he's so overrated.
Mohamed Salah clears Eden Hazard, by the way.
All right, I'm not sure if we're going to say clears him like that, but I think
it's comfortably.
I know it's people are pretty split on it, but
the numbers already show enough difference. The numbers, the achievements. But it's okay. It's okay. Hazard completes a few fancy dribbles here and there. You know what I mean? Hazard is more aesthetically pleasing to watch, maybe, but Salah's comfortably the better footballer.
I'd be curious to know what you guys think, because I've seen a lot of people discussing, like specifically, spoken to Dr. Mix-a-lot, he was going and saying that he thinks that PSG got lucky that they should have buried Bayern when they had the chance to at 5-2, and that now it's over for us. And I was just going and saying, obviously, yes, we were up 5-2 at one point, and they came back and whatnot. But I'm also just going and think like PSG won the game. I feel as some people are making it seem as though PSG lost the game. If you think that Bayern can go and ultimately win in Munich and knock out PSG, perfectly reasonable. But I'll go and say, PSG go into that second leg with the advantage. They're a goal up. They won their leg at home. If you went and said before PSG would win 2-1 at the Parc des Princes, you go and say, okay, that's a good result for PSG. Excellent. They go through.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's this whole gimmick of all of a sudden.
If you told me before the game that we won by a goal, I'd been like, what, I'll take it. I did go into that game wanting a 2. I felt I would have felt very comfortable with a 2-goal advantage, but I can understand, given the context of the game, we were up 5-2. So I could see we let go of a 3-goal lead. But I mean, it's PSG's heritage at this point, bro. So as PSG fans, we're kind of used to it. But at the end of the day, we won. We're going into the second leg with an advantage. Yes, no Hakimi. Obviously, that's a major disadvantage. But at the end of the day, it's PSG, bro. We're not scared of anybody, right? We're good away. We've won this knockout, PSG 25-26 have won all their knockout games from row. We beat Monaco 3-2 away. We beat Chelsea 3-0 at the Stamford Bridge. We beat Liverpool 2-0 at Anfield.
2-0.
I don't understand what the point is.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Even last year, Liverpool were the supposed best team in the world. We beat them away at Anfield. Arsenal beat them away at the Emirates.
The only one was Villa.
Yeah.
Only one we didn't win was
Villa. I agree, fully, Yeah, after the game, I even sent Owen a couple of things about what Bayern Munich fans or not even Bayern fans, just people in general talk about the game. You would think Paris lost that game the way people talk about it. You would think oh yeah, Paris is finished. Oh yeah, they're done for it.
Yeah, or you would think they completely came back to the point where it was a draw as well.
Exactly, bro.
Even then, you can maybe, if they tried to argue, but Bayern had the momentum, but if Mayu hit the bar, if that goes in, you could say that. Yeah. Again, so I'm not saying again, if you think that Bayern, I think now the thing is, like I said before, I think it's on a knife's edge. I said when we were doing our previews and whatnot, I said it was 50-50, right, going into the game. I think now I'll probably just edge it ever so slightly to PSG. I say it's 55-45, but it's still extremely tight. But again, PSG still won.
It's so. I think losing Hakimi takes that percentage. I'm giving us It's so close, bro. It's so close. I think.
No, I agree. I think it's very close.
Think if we score that first goal, bro, we'll go through. I think
even if we score the first goal, I think it's
Nah. Even if we score the
If
first
we
2
score
goals,
the first
I
goal,
still,
It'll.
nah.
They'll
We
fight.
score the
They'll
first
fight
2
for
goals,
sure.
they'll fight, bro.
Two-
We're like,
2 goals, maybe then. Okay,
no,
then
if
you
we
start.
score 2 goals, if it gets to 3 goals, we've won the tie.
No.
No,
I
bro.
want to say
20
I want to say
If it
categorically.
gets to 3 goals,
2017.
if it gets to
Remontada,
3
guys.
goals
Come on.
in the second half, we won the tie. 3-goal
mean,
lead
Okay,
in the second half. What are we
second
doing?
half, yeah, maybe.
Second half,
Maybe.
probably.
Okay, second half, fine. But if it's still the first, like, I just don't want them. I don't want them to hear the dun 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 dun. dun. I don't want to hear any of that. Like, that's one
Nah,
thing I
that
will
will
say.
be heard, bro. I
Yeah,
think
I
we're
can't hear
conceding.
that.
I think
Probably would,
we're.
yeah.
No,
we
it
have
won't.
to
It won't.
accept
It
we're
won't. It won't. It
conceding.
won't. It actually won't. It actually won't. It actually won't.
You think
It
we
actually
get a clean sheet over there?
Yes,
Clean
we'll get.
sheet
We will get.
at
We will
Allianz.
get.
Okay,
clean sheet.
wow, okay.
You want to do score predictions now? You want to do score
I've
predictions
said-
now?
Let's go.
said-
Let's
I
go for
said-
it. Let's go.
We're
I said
not
it's-
keeping
I
a
said
clean
three-
sheet.
No. Let's do. I say we win 3-0 comfortably.
Oh my
At
god!
Allianz Arena. I say we win
Wow.
3-0 comfortably at the Allianz
Le
Arena,
fou
and I'll see you in the
quoi,
final.
come on.
I'll see you in
Come on.
Budapest.
Wesh.
I'll see you in Budapest. The day
Wow.
after
Wow.
we win the semifinal, I'll be in
Wow.
Budapest. I don't care.
Wow.
I'll stay until the final. I'll be in Budapest. I'll see y'all.
3-0. C'est filmé. C'est filmé. This is recorded.
For the cheek of it, I might even land in Budapest the day we're winning, bro.
Oh, yeah. I
might not even watch the game. I might be in a plane just going to Budapest.
3-0 with Zaire Emery in
3-0.
our back line.
3-0.
Okay.
In midfield.
3-0.
I respect the confidence.
Diaz, Olise on the pitch.
I said 3-3.
No goals
draw.
conceded.
I said 3-3 draw.
Nope.
3-3 draw.
I say
is what
2-2
have.
draw. 2-2 draw for me.
For me, like, I see a lot of PSG fans saying like, "Oh, we need to win this game comfortably, bro." As long as we go through, I'm happy. I don't care how we win.
Yeah,
this
for me,
game.
I don't care how we go through.
I don't care if we win on penalties, bro. As long as we win.
No. For the heart palpitations, please, no penalties. Please,
No,
no
but
penalties.
if we, all I'm saying
Please,
is
no
if we go
penalties.
through, that's all I care about.
Of course, if we even
If it gets to a penalty shootout, I back us. 100%. We're the best team in the world on penalty shootouts.
Yeah, we're very good on pens. I'm just thinking. I mean, for Bayern, okay, Harry Kane's good at pen. I mean, well, no, Harry Kane's good. Okay, he's got penalty take.
That's
The
the
penalty.
players.
I've never seen Olise take.
Imagine all their attackers, probably
they're pretty
Kimmich.
Kimmich can probably take one. I mean, Bayern, they won in 2012. Remember, they knocked out Madrid.
Okay, yeah, bro. What are we doing? 15, a smooth 14 years ago, bro. I was smooth 6 years old, bro. What are we doing?
No, but I'm just going and saying, like, I can't remember the last time Bayern was in a penalty shootout.
I mean, I can't remember the last time PSG lost a pen shootout, bro.
When was the last time? I think
beat
it would have been
we beat.
I think it would have been when we lost to remember when Xavi Simons missed a penalty
Oh yeah,
that year we got knocked out in the Coupe de France.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it was Nice, yeah.
Dude, I think
22,
there's like
20
barely any players left from that.
No, 21, 22.
There's barely any players from that team. I think because Vitinha wasn't even on the team at the time. I think it's
Yeah, I think
Hakimi.
Marquinhos is the only one from that team.
No,
Marquinhos
21,
and
22.
Hakimi.
we had
Marquinhos,
Hakimi, Nuno Mendes.
Marquinhos, Hakimi, and Nuno. I think it was with the.
Is that
Yeah.
really it? Is that really?
I think
it?
so. Okay, I guess Warren. I think was sort of. I think he'd come on.
He would have been at the club, yeah.
All right, you guys. Do you guys want me to give you like my real reaction, like real score?
Your real
Because
prediction, yeah.
that was for clips. That was for clips.
Okay,
All right, that was for the clips. All right. Now you know what I'm saying. Now
They might 3-0
now-
us,
Yeah,
Hold on,
nah,
hold on,
God
hold on.
forbid.
So PSG from that 21-22 team. Everybody is gone except Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, and Marquinhos. Holy shit!
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Dylan, let's hear it. What's your actual prediction?
My
No
actual
rage bait.
prediction, I genuinely think because I don't know. You know how everyone's saying like it's going to be another spectacle. It's going to be this and that, this and that. I can
don't
see it
think will
obviously
be a
that happening.
generational game like
I
it was.
generally don't for some reason in my heart, like no reason behind it. I don't see it being a huge spectacle again because we both know somewhat how we played. Not saying that both teams are going to change the way completely. No way. It's only been a week, but I will say, I say 2-2. I think we could scrape a draw. If anything, obviously I'm gonna lean towards Paris if we were to win, is going to be by like 1 goal. Like it would never, like I can never imagine us winning by like 4-3. Like nah, like realistically, either 3-2 or 2-2. Simple.
Ollie, what do you think?
I was saying 2-2 earlier. I'm gonna stick with that. I think it's gonna be tough. You know, we got to stay on the front foot because if we like, I'm imagining ज़ाire like on a 2v1 Diaz and Lima, whoever who's there. It's wraps. It's cooked, right?
But one thing I think one thing that hopefully he does, if he's going to be playing a lot more defensively, he's going to need to support Marquinhos, because this gimmick of we'll go one-on-one Marquinhos versus Lucho, no.
It actually can't happen, bro. Lucho literally went past him like 4 times, like 5-6 times, bro.
Yeah,
fake shot, that goal, like, bro. I can imagine. It cannot happen. Marquinhos cannot go 1-on-1.
I don't think people realize if we sign Upamecano, bro, who stops us?
You can't. He literally just signed a new contract.
Yeah, he's
Dembele, do some convincing to your best butt, right? You know what I mean?
Unless we're gonna go and splash the cash like over 170 mil on him, we're not getting.
I'd spend 150 million on Upamecano.
No,
okay,
you wish, bro. Owen, you're bugging, bro.
No.
I don't even think it's needed.
Him the best center back on the planet right now, so I don't know what the.
Yeah, but is
not by much. Like, he's not gonna.
150,
he's not clear of every defender, bro.
Upamecano's like 4 times.
Yeah, but how much better is he gonna make our like?
Yeah,
he's
better
as is right now.
He does everything. He does everything we need. He's good at the ball at his feet.
Yeah, he's very good, but is he 100? Like
he's good.
He's not 150 million, bro.
He's worth 100.
He's like
like
4
70.
times the center back Marquinhos is, bro.
Okay, but the thing is that we don't need, like, with Marquinhos, we want a sextuple.
Okay, but I'm just saying Upamecano is comfortably better than Marquinhos. Like,
yeah, fine, but the thing is,
it's by a landslide as well.
To be the best team, you don't need to have
150 million better.
Yeah, you don't need to have the best players in every single position.
I mean, like, 1, we're not gonna buy that many players this summer, and 2, I think we're gonna sell a few people anyways. Like Lucas.
Nah, we.
Bro, I think the biggest
thing. I'd almost rather spend the money on a goalkeeper than a new.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how much is Mignon gonna cost, bro?
Not much, but like that's how, like, as far as positional need, like I'd rather spend that money.
I mean,
yes, bro.
I wouldn't mind giving Safanov time.
I think it depends. If we go back, then yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Actually,
no. I think if we do win back to back, I think you just stick with Safanov at that point.
Yeah,
like,
because I think ज़aire is gonna leave anyways, especially if we go back to back.
Then if he leaves, Renato Marin is your backup.
No, I think we'd re-sign. Who's the third string we had last year? Tenas? Is that how you say his name?
Then he leave.
Yeah, but I think he'd
come
back.
Went to
he's the backup
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper.
I wouldn't take him back though.
He's the backup goalkeeper.
He's not great at shot stopping. Villarreal gave him a chance to
I'm not gonna lie,
too.
bro. I've heard good things about that Martin James guy from the youth league, bro. Heard really good stuff.
No, he's good. He's good. Yeah,
he's good.
As a third string keeper. But
Renato Marin, we'll see him tomorrow. So
I don't know. I just think, me personally, nah.
He keeps unless we can if we can get Mignon, bro, get Mignon because he's the best goalkeeper.
Even then, I'm not sure. Like, hold on. Let's say we go back to back, and Mignon's available. Do you still go for him?
Yeah.
Like, because then I'll go and say, are we just gonna do Donnarumma all over again? We're gonna do Donnarumma all over again. Like,
I mean, bro, I think Mignon fits the profile of PSG very comfortably. I
agree, but there's something.
The ball at his feet. He's good he's good cross claiming. He's good shot stopping. He's solid at saving penalties.
Well, you can wait though.
Very good at
you can maybe wait till January. Like, see if Safanov confirms his performances in the first part of the season.
Safanov's fucking dog shit with the ball at his feet, bro. I'm sorry.
Wait, I have a quick question. This might be like a dumbass question, but
ज़aire is so much better with at his feet.
Hold on. I have a question. So I think in the first leg, let's just say Donnarumma was still playing for us, right? Does he save any of the goals against Bayern?
Ooh, he might save the third one. He might.
No, he doesn't save the Upamecano thing. The same thing happened to him against Hummels 2 years ago.
True. Maybe the second
one.
Well,
it depends what form he's in. If he's in last year's form. Because he was very good against it at Anfield, right? If he's playing like that.
I think he saves the penalty.
Well, Safanov's a pretty good penalty, keeper
Yeah,
himself. So I think he might be. I think the 2 goals he probably has the best chance is the Elise one, and funnily enough, I'll say the Diaz one. I think he could potentially save that one.
Yeah, Safanov.
He could pull off a crazy save.
Safanov, because Donnarumma's taller than Safanov, I think.
Oh, yes, very much so.
And Safanov dived the right way, so maybe the goal.
Yeah, with that reach, that's possible. Yeah.
Harry Kane takes penalties. I hate the way he takes penalties, bro. I hate that little hop thing. They gotta enforce some law.
I think they need to stop the I remember specifically. I remember it was Ronaldo, his penalty against France in the shootout. In the Euros, and also Lewandowski did it against France. I'm like, bro, you're basically stopping your entire thing. You can't be doing that, bro.
They literally stopped it because Neymar found a loophole, bro.
Well, that Neymar one, not like he fake shots and then went. They're going stopping, starting, stop. Like, no, you can't be doing that.
Like the way
bro.
Dembele doesn't. Dembele just goes to the side and just runs up.
Yeah, he just goes straight and runs.
Like the Vitinha one, I get why people hate it, but he never stops his momentum.
Yeah, he just run.
He just walks up there. Pogba, I mean, he takes his time, but he at least walks up there. Like Maguire takes penalties like a boss. You know what I mean? Nuno takes class penalties. David Luiz, bro. Oh my god.
Predictions for Atleti and Arsenal.
I mean, yeah, we 0-0 penalty shootout. Or wait, penalty shootout.
Yeah, actually, I probably would say the same, bro.
I think Arsenal goes through.
Yeah,
Really?
well, I won't be. I'm probably fall asleep on my desk watching the game, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I say another.
I might go 1-0 Atleti. I think the Emirates might be scared.
I do have a question. Let's say PSG advance against Bayern. Who would you rather play in the final? I'd say Atletico.
Atleti.
Yeah, I'd rather.
I mean, I'd rather Atleti because
Arsenal's
more so on.
Good.
No, they're good. It's not for me. It's not that. Is that like I'm just thinking of the worst case scenario. I'd rather lose to Atleti than lose to Arsenal. That's how I'm thinking about it. Like worst case scenario.
Oh my god, if we lost to Arsenal, bro.
Yeah.
Winning the Champions League be so bad, bro.
On our heads, no.
And then when you
If Atletico win, it's like fine.
Goal fan zone and that Dylan guy's on there, bro. He'd make fun of you for 10 years.
Yeah. So no, I wouldn't.
Karma
So yeah, I'd rather.
as well.
Listen,
Juwan would go on a generational run, bro. All Arsenal fans.
So
for the good of football, if we get Arsenal, we have to win.
You know what?
As in, listen, it's both sides. Like I'd rather beat Arsenal in the final, but I'd also rather not lose to them.
You know what?
So that give me.
If Bayern played Atletico Madrid, I'd root for Atletico Madrid, bro. I wouldn't mind seeing Simeone get a Champions League himself because I actually like Simeone. Here's the thing, right? If we lost to Atleti, obviously I'd be pissed we lost the final, but I'd be like, you know what? At least like Simeone got his hands on something, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, but like,
I mean, the things I don't mind Atleti. Like, I mean, I don't like the way they play and whatnot. It's a bit the haram ball, but like, that's one of those teams I just don't like. But I feel the same way about Bayern though. Like, if Bayern won it, I'd be fine with them winning it too. And also, the best North American plays there as well, so I wouldn't mind that as well.
Yo, Pulisic doesn't play for Bayern.
W Fonzie, bro. W Fonzie.
Pulisic doesn't play for Bayern. What are we doing?
Fonzie's the best, bro.
Yeah, all right.
There you go.
Dreams. Pulisic would cook Alfonso in a 1v1, by the way.
Anyways, bro.
But
okay.
I do have a quick question. Before we end. Who would you rather win the Champions League, Arsenal or Barca?
Barca. Unfortunately.
Can't let Barcelona win. I can't actually.
No, I'd rather have Barca.
I don't know if
Well, you're hold on. Let's from say it. You're an Arsenal fan, so it doesn't even count. So obviously, there you go.
Arsenal. Come on, man. I'm the gunner,
Arsenal
man.
will be bad, though.
Yes.
I'd rather Barca.
Let's say it's Arsenal.
If it's Arsenal versus Bayern in the final
I'm
this
gonna
year,
hear Lamine Yamal
Arsenal
the best
to
wingers
win.
of all time,
Arsenal
bro.
need to win. That's all I gotta say. Arsenal.
Well, the thing is, if Barca win it, the Barca fans are already delusional. They're already putting Lamine Yamal in this category.
Exactly.
Putting all the players there. So it's like,
fans, bro.
There, they just got a trophy.
Some of them you can genuinely tell they're just rage baiting for clout, bro. Barca fans, like, you can see, like, Kit District, Alex, bro. You can see they're genuinely delusional, bro. You can see it's like there's
the way I'm looking,
no medicine will fix it, bro. You know what I mean?
No, but
It's
the way
like-
I'm
But
looking
you
at
can't
it,
give Arsenal fans trophies.
exactly. The
I
thing
don't
is, so,
think
like,
they're
if
varsity.
Barca won it, it'd be another. Like, even just like, listen, for me, Barca. It's not like for me, I just don't like the fans. I guess the same thing with Arsenal. But like, the thing is, though, even just for like purely football, if Barca won it, like, yes, they play the Fugazi high line, but they play, good football, entertaining football to watch. How are we going to let a team that hasn't scored more than 2 goals since like February go and win a Champions League? Their first Champions League, might I add. Nah, come on. If Barca win it, it'll be another Champions League they add to their trophy cabinet. For me, Barca every day. I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
I wouldn't be rooting for them or anything. But like in a final, I go and say, actually, no, I'd be hate watching Arsenal more.
If Arsenal and Barca were playing in a Champions League final, who are you guys rooting for?
I'm not rooting. I'm not rooting. Hold on, no. I'm not rooting for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm hate watching Arsenal. There's
I'll
a
be
difference.
Pitch on
rooting
fire,
for
bro.
Arsenal. I'll be in the stands
I'm not
screaming.
gonna lie. I think that's the
bro.
only 90 minutes I'll become an Arsenal fan for, bro.
The way
Nah.
I'll be Arsenal. I'll be on the
There's
field
a difference.
lifting trophy.
Nah,
How about
I need another Senegal thing where like they walk off the pitch, bro. That's what I need.
Postpone the game. All right, guys. That wraps up episode 11 of the Extra Time FC podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you guys after PSG go and qualify for a successive back-to-back Champions League final. And hopefully, I'll go and say for me against Atletico Madrid. But until then, thank you guys very much. It's been a pleasure as always. And remember, stay safe, stay kind, stay blessed. See you guys.